I think I've said before that one of my favourite programmes is Cities of the Underworld on the History Channel. I've done an impression of Don Wildman. So I'm going to put that on the end of this video so that you can just see my son doing a random impression. But we were watching Cities of the Underworld today, and it was really quite one that really sort of hit home. It was about Nazi trenches in Belgium. I think it's quite an interesting series to watch, actually. It's quite hilarious how much royalty keeps popping up, and it's quite interesting to see how barbaric we used to be as a species. We're not like that anymore, do you know what I mean? But it was always the noblemen that were doing it. It was always the people with the money to build the torture equipment. The rest of us, average Joe Bod, we got on with it. But the people who were greedy, who needed to protect their greed, they wanted more than everybody else, and they needed to protect themselves for that. So, anyway, alright. But he mentioned as well the Christmas Eve truce of 1914, where the soldiers from both sides laid down arms and played football and had a smoke together and ate together and gave gifts and stuff like this, right? Proof positive, if ever it were needed, that we aren't what they tell us we have to be, right? And Hitler apparently said there must be no understanding amongst enemies. And I should imagine that's how the military are trained. It's quite interesting as well, right? Little quote from the Wildman, right? He said something like, as with most of the things in the First World War, the ultimate result was futility. So we'd spent, right, thousands, millions, right, and lost, in fact, I wrote that down, 8.5 million human souls died in the First World War. This is according to Sez Kez. 21 million wounded. So that's 8.5 million, so that's 29.5 million, so you took it 30 million, right? And the survivors were changed forever. Now that's just the survivors of the fighting, the soldiers, you know? These people aren't on our side. And Cities of the Underworld quite well points that out. Do you know what I mean? That these people aren't nations and generations. They have forced us into wars that, as general everyday man, as was proved on Christmas Eve 1914, we do not want to do that. He was saying that, like, they used to tip each other off, the British and the German soldiers. They'd like send messages, like coded stuff, what time they were going to bomb them, because the weapons were so disgusting that they didn't want that to happen to people. Do you know what I mean? And so they'd tip them off that it was going to happen. Now that, right, is what was stamped out with Hitler. Now Hitler hasn't been stamped out with Hitler. Hitler said he wanted a new order, right? Gordon Brown wants a new world order. Right, George Bush wanted a new world order. I've not heard Obama speak since, apart from when the inauguration thing. So I don't know whether he wants a new world order. I don't much care. The point is, Nazism, or whatever, fascism, innit? That didn't die with Hitler. We're run by that shit. I don't want my earthly resources and manpower spent on war. I don't. I don't want it for me. I want it for the people that need it most. And if we stopped these people battling everything, desperately trying to cling on to what they have and get, sorry, I thought there was something at the door, and get more, then, and we just say no. Do you know what I mean? The ultimate result of war is futility. We are fighting wars now. Do you want them? And if you do, I'll give you a personal one-to-one workshop in finding your inner light. Nobody deserves to die. Definitely not 8.5 million of them in a war that didn't change the world. It just bore Adolf Hitler. Gave him the means, the motive and the justification, and we are still run under the world, no matter what you say. And if your natural thing will be to argue that, you know, because it is what we're taught in school. I have been taught this too. I know where I'm coming from. I know where you're coming from. Just please, suspend belief for a while and open your mind, and the truth will find you.
Hi, I'm Don Wildman and I'm going to go in a hole.
Oh my God, he's gone in the hole. Do you want the specialist camera equipment in there, Don? I'll put it on night vision mode, look. There you go. She may have gone in our hole.
And here is Libby's foot. A fine specimen of an animal.
And how old is that cave?
About 100 million years old.
Oh my Lord, please.
And here's a fluffy rock.
A fluffy rock. Oh, I'm gonna miss those little details.
An alien face.
Oh my
Print.
God, is that the first time you've ever filmed that?